Hello and welcome back. Now, this is the final episode in this season of Just Us Two.
Yeah.
We have another co-host joining us, but this is the last one of Just Us Two, and then we'll be back in the summer.
We will.
Yeah. So, gosh, I can't wait for my summer holiday.
I always can't wait for my summer holiday. Do you know where you're going?
Yeah, I've had it booked for ages because I had to get, you know what I'm like?
Mm-hmm.
I like to go really nice places. So I've got to get the very best price. And
Yeah.
I'm not paying lastminute.com prices.
No,
and
you
also,
can't guarantee it anymore. Remember years ago, I'm going to get a last minute deal.
yeah,
not a
that's
thing.
all right if you want to go somewhere 2-star, but I don't. Do you know what I mean? So where I am going is a place that me and my husband absolutely love, and it's not cheap, but we got a really good price. We even managed to get a free child price, and we toyed with going somewhere else for 10 nights over going here for 7 nights, and we've decided to go here for 7 nights because
If it's a better holiday.
that's how much we are going to love it.
I know where you go.
So
What location is it?
it's the Greek area.
Lovely.
The Greek area.
It's
Greece.
the Greek area.
It's Greece.
So it's Greece. Wonderful.
Yeah, I love it.
Went to Greece last year, didn't I?
I love it. Absolutely love it. And I love the heat as well, so it doesn't bother me in August because I love it. So you'll probably see me in next season's podcast with not much of a tan because we're only going for a week.
Do you tan easily?
No, not at all. No, not at all. Glyn does. So annoying.
He's really quite
He's
dark skinned anyway, isn't he? Olivey.
Yeah, and we've tested him, and he came back so boring and British. But I said you've got to do it again. I think you might have had not followed the instructions properly because you have got the Roman nose.
Yeah.
I'm painting a really lovely picture of my husband here, but the Roman nose,
Yeah.
dark skin. In January, he looks like he's been on holiday for 3
Yeah,
weeks.
he never goes
He
pale.
tans so unbelievably well. He has to have something in him.
Yeah, yeah.
And his parents aren't around, so he doesn't know. So, yeah, he's got another box at home. So stay tuned for that one, everyone.
Stay
He's got to
tuned.
do it again because it's got to be wrong. There's no way he can be 99% British.
No.
He has to have some form of Mediterranean, Turkish, it can be Mediterranean as well, but he's got to have something. I'm just plain boring English and Irish.
Yeah, I'm a real mix and blend, me. I'd like to do mine.
Have you not done it?
No.
You should do it.
My cousin had
But like I
done
say,
it.
mine was so boring. I was like, oh, is that it?
Disappointing.
English and Irish. I knew that anyway.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
granddad's, from Irish descent.
Yeah.
Yeah, boring.
I think my granddad, my mum's side was as well.
It is interesting to do
Yeah.
it. It is. Shall we get into it? Also,
get
just to
into
say, Leanna, I loved our last episode.
It was really good.
It was
my favourite.
It was really good. It was fantastic. So we're going to get cracking with this then. So in regards to what's going on, Reception Live is coming up.
Yeah.
Which we did in November. We're going to try and do that twice a year now.
It's always great.
It was
love
really
Reception
good
Live.
and really cool because we're not using slides. There's no
No.
presentation. Everyone's got workbooks, taking notes, and it's a communication course. And
Yeah.
we're role playing all day. And also we have the communication and conversion mastery course. That's for GDC people. That's done. That's done.
Yeah.
But yeah, really exciting that's coming up again. Reception Live.
Yeah.
Book your places now.
I really enjoy those days as well. They're
Yeah,
always
they're
good
good.
energy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just something about it. It makes me leave high.
Yeah, always. We always leave buzzing anyway,
Yeah.
don't we? So, shall we get straight into the Horton Hangout question?
Go for it.
Right, let's do the Horton Hangout question that we've been sent in.
We are a busy practice and thriving, which we're really proud of. But we, me and my wife, the owners, and our PM are overwhelmed. You must have seen this many times. I am worried about burnout, but while this is our business, we can deal with it ourselves. What do we do to help our PM and stop her being so overwhelmed and stressed out? We couldn't be without her, but know that burning out means time out. We want to be great employers and take action now. Wow, how thoughtful. Love this question.
I love the question, but I think it's really sad. And I see practice managers burning out all the time.
Yeah.
And it's not often recognised. So it's great this husband and wife team do. And I think the first thing you need to do, because I remember experiencing this a few years ago, the practice manager, and they hadn't taken any annual leave. Annual leave they had taken was like days in drips and drabs, and probably by this point it was like September or something. And this practice manager, like, she's lovely, you've met her, I won't mention her name on here, but she's such a wonderful woman, and she's so relied upon and so capable, and she's just a fantastic person. But she was burnt out. So what I said is she needs to have a full week off with no interruptions whatsoever. And that happened literally the next week. And I spoke to her when she came back, and she said, I feel like a new woman and all of this. So the communication between me and practice owner then at that point was, she's working at a really high intense level, and the 4 weeks annual leave doesn't cut it for someone working at that level for you. He worked at a really high level, but then would have regular time off, like a week off every 6 to 8 weeks. So I said that needs to be mimicked. He also never wanted her not to be in the business when he wasn't, which I get and understand. So I was like, well, why don't you then have the same time off every sort of 6 to 8 weeks or so? And that's what they rolled with for quite a while. So that was good.
Yeah.
And I think also you have to remember you are an employer and this PM's an employee. So they have to have at least a 20-minute break every 6 hours. That's your legal responsibility. You can request when people take time off, so do it. And I would also be looking at the wider team that need to support her, and if you need to take on extra people, take on extra people. Because I know running 2 practices, treatment coordinating in both, I could not have done that without an amazing team around me. I couldn't have done it on my own. So there was a finance manager, there was fantastic team members in each. So the finance manager also worked across the 2 clinics, and there were fantastic team members that I could rely upon to do more than their job description, and we worked brilliantly as a team. So without all of that, it definitely wouldn't have worked. So the only way I could do that was that way. So I think the journey here is a journey of starting again, writing it all down. What should it look like? Who have we got?
Deconstruct.
And build it back up.
Yeah.
But I would, if there hasn't been any annual leave, insist on a full week as a minimum of annual leave straight off the bat. Straight off the bat.
Great advice.
Yeah, straight off the bat. And there's a lot more to that. This person, please message, email, whatever. Let's book a call in. Let's speak about this in a little bit more detail, because you sound really caring and lovely, and I really want to help.
Yeah.
Yeah. So please do that, because there's actually probably quite a lot to unpack there. And I've been that. I have also been that practice manager.
Yeah.
You know, I was like a size 8, probably a size 8 clothes were hanging off me. I used to work. I never ate. I would work probably 70 hours a week minimum. And okay, it was more of a way it was then. Like the culture of that was fine then, but it's certainly not now. And that's why I was sort of like, oh, you know, with it. But burnout's a serious problem. So we've got to address burnout in leadership roles, whether that's burnout as practice owners, whether that's burnout as a practice manager.
Yeah.
And we need to look at leadership and management. You need both, but leadership requires so much time. And the people that need to do the leadership need to be allowed to get on with it. And then the management needs to sit under that. And we need to look at, well, who's doing that? Who's helping with that? Who are we delegating to with that? Because we can't do it all.
No.
Can't do it all. This is where the bigger practices have more advantage, because they're bigger, they're grower. They can have different types of managers in different types of roles. If your practice is 3-4 surgeries, you can't do that. It all falls on one person. And I bet this is a 4 surgery and under practice for sure. I'd put money on it.
My friend's in a position where I could feel that she could potentially burn out. PM. It's 2 surgery practice, but it's busy.
Yeah.
And she's managing a complex team, because I feel like they could potentially have some additional training within each department to really elevate them.
Yeah.
And she's, bearing in mind, she's coming from a very high-end place, a very high-end clinic.
Yeah.
To then go into something, her expectations are all the way up here.
Yeah.
So what's working out now is that she's got these expectations, no real time to invest in the team. the team itself isn't the issue.
No.
It's maybe a bit of both.
Yeah.
Time is a huge constraint.
Always. Yeah.
Her expectations are obviously up here, which is amazing.
Yeah,
and
of course.
we always want to strive to grow and develop and be the best. But somewhere in the middle, she needs to find a bit more of a medium because she's then constantly going in and mopping up.
Oh, the mop up's awful. We've got to stop the mopping up. Managers aren't there to mop up.
No.
You know, your practice manager should be there to motivate, to inspire, to lead the team. They're not there to mop up, deal with firefighting, all that reactive stuff. The team need to get on and do with it. The team need to change their own light bulbs. The team need to fix their own printer.
Yeah.
They're not there to mop up.
They're very reliant on her. I think it's an age thing. They're a younger team.
Yeah.
And she's a great leader, so we'll rely on her.
Yeah.
However, I think it's one of those situations that she could lean on the people, the wider team, as you say, because she is a cog in a very big machine.
Yeah.
And she has got a lot of support that she can utilise. But I do worry about her, and I always have these conversations with her.
Yeah.
So that's good. I do my bit anyway.
Yeah, and she's got to communicate that.
Absolutely.
Everyone's got to know how everyone's feeling. And like this, I was about to say this family, which they probably
they
are.
are.
We are a dental family. This
Yeah.
husband and wife team and their practice manager sound like they do care about each other and they are very close. And he's like, it's our business, it's on us, basically is what he's saying there. But we need to take care of her because we can't be without her. And I love that.
Yeah.
So please do book in a call. We'll discuss this in much, much more detail to help you. But I think, and if anyone else is in that situation, do just reach out as well.
Absolutely.
Please do. Right, next it's time for the banned words.
So now we're going to get on to our banned word section. However, today it's with a bit of a twist. So we're going to focus on filler words, not just one single sentence or word. Now, how do you feel about filler words? So there's things like just, obviously, like, quickly.
Yeah. Do you know what the worst thing about them is? They are contagious.
Yes, they are.
And that is also why I've purposely put them in for this final episode, because we'd say them throughout all the other episodes otherwise. And they're contagious, aren't they? So if I start saying, the worst one is like that all the young kids use, because obviously I'm not young, but it is contagious. I used to work with someone, bless her, lovely lady, and she used to say obviously a lot. And it was only when it was pointed out that she then stopped. I think a lot of dentists do a lot of filler words. They need to eradicate them, right? Because they say, I'm just going to do a quick exam. Yeah. I'm just going to quickly look at that.
What's the purpose of that? To make it sound softer?
Softer, I think. And it needs to go. And actually change it to something better. So I'm now going to complete a comprehensive assessment. Ugh, can't get my words out here. I'm now going to complete a comprehensive assessment.
Yeah.
Sounds much better than I'm just going to do a quick exam.
Yeah.
And I think also, I think we've mentioned this before, but doesn't it depend where you live in the UK as well? So we love you all in Ireland and Northern Ireland, but you say we a lot. I'm going to do a we exam. You're going
to, I like that.
And we love
I do love
I know,
it.
But culturally you might be like, it's not an issue. It doesn't mean small or quick or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I think when you're speaking to patients, if you're feeling a bit anxious or nervous as a receptionist, a TCO, a dentist, and you're worried about the conversation, you could be a practice manager talking to a team member and you start using filler words. I think it shows that you are internally not clear on what you're going to say.
Not confident.
You're not confident. And it's much better to pause and just hold that pause. And there's something called the power of a pause as well, isn't there? Which we know all too well. And just pausing before you even respond, getting it clear in your head what you want to say, and then saying that sentence, that's what you need to do.
And you notice it a lot with people that are very comfortable with communication. They're very comfortable to pause. And it's that silence makes you feel pressured. But if you are gathering your thoughts and you're allowing yourself to think about your next step, it's not uncomfortable.
Yeah. I know a moment ago when you read out the question for the Horton Hangout question, I know I paused because I needed to just take the question in for a moment.
Yeah, of course.
And think what I was going to respond. I didn't come straight out with, well, da, 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 da. And, I know I paused, and I felt like I paused even a bit longer because it sort of took me back. Yeah. And I went, whew, with that emotion of that feeling. And therefore pausing can be for two reasons as well. And I think you need to allow yourself to compose yourself and feel yourself.
Oh, I think that's brilliant.
And really, if you're feeling an emotion when someone said something, let yourself feel it. Let that person see you felt it. That's important. Let a patient see you care because you've gone, oh, okay. Yeah? Rather than, well, let's just do a wee exam then. Let's just do a quick exam. Let me have a quick look then.
It's getting that rug over the, putting the rug over it.
And it's teamwork here. So if you use filler words, you may not know it. Someone needs to tell you, all right? And I can't bear it because as soon as someone starts, that's it, I'm off. I'll copy everything. I know I will. I can't bear it when I'm lecturing and I go, does that make sense? Does that make sense? And I know I'm saying it over and over and I'm like, I just want to, punch myself in the face at the moment here. Because I keep going, does that make sense? Everyone with me? Like, shut up, Laura. It's the opposite of when we spoke in the other podcast about the same thing being said to us all the time. The thank yous.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't mean it. You're saying the same thing all the time. It's the opposite of that.
It is.
Yeah. So I just think they need to be eradicated, but it's teamwork to do it together. You've got to do it in a reception team, in a management team, in a nurse and dentist team. And I also think dentists, you are professionals, and therefore the patients are expecting a very clear conversation and communication from you, but they're expecting probably a greater level of vocabulary than and all these things.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it goes back to adapting, doesn't it, with communication. You know who's in front of you. You have to take the time.
That's it.
To learn your patients individually and speak to them in a way in which works for them.
Yeah.
Because then that really complements consent as well.
Yeah. But I think the first point is we don't know we're doing it. So
yeah, we don't.
We don't know we're doing it. So we've got to share with others. We've got to tell others. Do you know you use a lot of filler words? What's a filler word? We discussed this on our Reception Live course.
Yeah.
Because it's so important. Receptionists do a lot of it. They really do, without even realising. So as we'll say on that course, and we get a lot of people coming in 2s or 3s on that course as well, that you need to be a team and help each other and tell each other when you're using these words. It's the same in the surgery. You've got to help each other. That's a banned word, surgery. There we go.
Treatment room.
Treatment room. But you've got to do it. So, yeah, we just sort of added that in today as something a little bit different.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, also, I guess what I'd like to say at this point is we'd love to hear your sort of banned words. What have you ever been told not to say? What can't you say?
Yes, that's a great idea.
What are your dental icks? What things make you go, ugh? Like, share them with us. Send them in. Let us know. Like, we'd really love, as well as the confessions. We've had some great confessions, which I think quite naturally leads us in.
Dun. Confessions of a dental nurse.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
When my dentist tried to put ear loop rubber dam on a patient with no ear. Oh, that's so awkward. Because I know in that moment there would have been that wild embarrassment that takes over your entire body with the burn. And it builds and builds, your head's on fire. And then you start doing more than you need to compensate for the fact that you've made a huge mistake. Awful.
The overcompensation, I'd imagine, would have been quite...
A lot.
What do you do here? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You haven't actually got an ear.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just going to change that now. Oh,
yeah.
Silly. You would do the running commentary.
Yeah.
Because you're so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Imagine being the nurse.
I would be...
Imagine if the ear wasn't on the side of the nurse as well.
Yeah.
And so you haven't seen, there's no ear.
That's terrible.
Right? And so you're wondering what your dentist is doing, faffing around, or your dentist is then going, oh, wow, and making these comments and stuff. I can see the whole thing just...
Unravelling.
Yes. Yes, I like that. There is one more confession I'm going to share with you.
Please do.
Okay, and I thought this was really quite funny just to see what you and everyone else think as well, because it's not something that had ever entered my mind. Okay, but I thought this is one for Leanna.
Yeah.
On the end of season. Are you ready?
Set, go.
Confessions of a dental nurse. When you use the suction to remove the smell of your windy pops.
I've done it.
No! Have you?
No. No, I haven't.
Well, you did share your farting story
Yeah,
on the
no,
last
I'm a
season.
very windy person.
Yeah.
I've never done it, but what a great idea. I could have
What a
benefited
great idea.
with that.
I've never thought of that.
Oh, hold on, though. Only if you're on your own.
Well, I
How
don't know.
are you going to justify putting on the suction with people in the room?
Well,
It's weird.
And also, if the suction's on, and then, you know, like you take it away for a moment, turn it off, or maybe you don't, like you can't be sucking up that gas and then putting it back in a patient's mouth. Can you? 'Cause
Scenario.
that's disgusting.
Yeah, so we're thinking differently. I'm thinking if you were with a patient.
Yeah, I'm thinking if you're with a patient.
Right, so we're in a patient, it's a long treatment.
Yeah.
I've fluffed. And then because you'd have to go around the room, it would be too obvious. It wouldn't work. It'd have to be only on your own.
It would have to be, you're on the room on your own.
Yeah.
You haven't got time to go to the toilet.
Patients come in.
Yeah, you know, like it's 2 minutes to 2. Everyone's about to rock up for the afternoon session, dentist and patient. And it comes on,
Strong.
Maybe you've had bean burger for dinner last night. Maybe the fibre, you've gone OTT on it. And something just comes on, and then then I get that.
Yeah, but not just with
you couldn't
the
be
attachment
nursing
on, and then
no, you couldn't be nursing and then start flying it around to suck up air or anything like that.
Can you imagine the dentist? They'd be thinking, "What on earth is wrong with that person? What's she doing?"
Unless you've got severe flatulence, and it's a normal thing. But I couldn't. No. But I still thought it was a good one.
It's like a Hoover.
Yeah.
Hoovering up the stench.
Yeah. But I was about to say, does it even work? I don't know. Obviously it does. This person does
try it.
But I think it does depend on your diet as well, doesn't it? Because you're vegan, so you
I've always been windy though.
have you?
I think prior to being vegan, I was dairy intolerant. Don't laugh at me. It is. I was dairy intolerant for sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't allergic, but I was definitely dairy intolerant. And that would mess with my tummy. And again, it was in and out. But yeah, I can't ever remember a time where I was thriving with no wind. Like, for instance, going on dates, I'd always think I'm going to have a bad belly when I get home because I'm going to have to hold in all of my wind and be in a huge amount of pain when I get home.
Yeah.
Because I won't fart in front of my new partner.
Oh, no. I think confessions of a practice trainer here, the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh,
have I said? No, but tell me if I've said this before. Good. So I was in a practice, and practice put on a lovely lunch and everything, don't they? Sometimes, which is really nice. So this lunch was put on, and it's obviously a lot of food that is not good for me to be eating, and I've instantly bloated out. It's probably something lovely like pizza, and I've instantly bloated out. Anyway, so I've left, got in the car, turned the car on, and I thought, oh, it's my private space now.
Yeah, let me
exhale. So I've exhaled, and next thing, tick, tick, tick.
Oh no!
The practice owner's at the window.
Shut up!
No.
Now.
Right? And I wanted to die. So I kept the window done up, and I was like, is everything okay? And he's like, yeah, just want to say. And he's going like this to turn the window down. So I've had to go, no. And I just thought, oh my gosh, this poor guy's potentially been hit. Like this has been there, that's been brewing, like that was needed to have exhaled for hours.
Yeah.
And he said whatever, and I said, okay, yeah, lovely. Like he was like, I just want to say thanks so much for today. It was fantastic. Like he was being so nice, and I was thinking, you've probably just had full on.
Yeah, poo face.
Yeah. And I was mortified, and I said, all right, then I've got to go now, bye, and drove off. Like I just sat, probably for the first half hour of the journey, I was just so like, deflated.
Yeah, you played it over
Yeah.
and over and
Yeah,
over.
and so from that moment, I never did that again. I made sure I was well on the road.
Yeah, thanks for that, because that is absolutely one that I would do.
Yeah, yeah.
I reckon I would overreact, and then I would get out.
I was just so embarrassed.
I wouldn't, no way would I have put the window down. I'm not going to subject somebody to
Well,
that.
what else could I do?
I'd have got out. Oh, sorry. And I would have looked
No,
weird.
because there was no room.
Oh,
there was no room. I was parked in a tight space. Where he was, I couldn't have said, "Oh, I'll get out," because it just wasn't happening. It wasn't happening.
To go for gold. That's
Terrible.
actually awful.
It was the
How
worst.
have you waited this long to tell me that story?
I know. It's really, really bad. It was because it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
You know, but there you go. It's out in the public domain now.
I get really worried about needing to go for a number 2 in a practice situation.
Oh, well, that doesn't happen for me in public.
No, I wouldn't be able to go.
No. Oh,
I'd
God.
have stage fright.
No. Do you know what? I had someone come round to fix my electric meter, smart meter thing. Because I've got this tariff with British Gas now where half price energy, Sunday 11 till 4. Well, that's it. Tumble dryers on. I'm having it large.
Having a lovely night.
I'm slow cooking lamb for 6 hours, 8 hours. Like, I'm going for it. I'm like, charge everything, right? You know? Only to discover that tariff you only get if your smart meter works and mine stopped working.
Great.
Brilliant.
Really happy.
Wouldn't have been using that much electric. Mm-hmm. So guy comes out, and then as he's leaving, he says, "Oh, any chance I can use your toilet?" And I said, "Yes." And then he was in there for ages.
Oh, were you kicking off?
So embarrassing.
Internally.
Because it's like, it's obvious you're doing a poo in my toilet.
Yeah.
Who does that?
No.
Surely that's in their guidelines. You do not use customers' toilets or anything. And I was so angry with myself. So angry with myself for letting him use the toilet.
Do you think maybe what about then we flip the mindset?
Yeah.
And we think he's got a tummy issue.
Yeah.
And you live in the middle of nowhere.
He could have had a colostomy bag,
Yeah.
needed changing, needed emptying.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, see, I didn't. I was just, do you know what?
Emotional.
I thought my husband's going to go into one.
Yeah.
That I've let this man use our toilet.
Yeah.
I think that's what was bothered me more.
Yeah. I would be the same.
Anyway, I can report it was left clean, tidy.
Oh,
and I left it a
lovely.
good hour before I went in there, and it didn't smell at that point.
Good.
So,
Lovely.
you know, all's well that ends well.
Exactly.
But I said to myself, who am I letting someone use my toilet?
It is very
I would
personal.
never do that. Never do that. Like usually I say, no, sorry, I've got a descaler down the toilet. You know, which is not true. I don't know why I just don't say no.
So quick.
No, you
though.
can't use my toilet. I'll say, no, I've got a descaler down the toilet. Go
gonna-
to the village. There's a public toilet in the village. Why didn't I say that? He could have been at a toilet in 2.5 minutes in the village.
So there is that.
Yeah, so I was annoyed at myself.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I get that.
Yeah,
I get
but
that.
still, who does that?
It's a bit invasive if somebody else.
Yeah, I think it's a
does
man
that.
thing. They're happy to go and do it anywhere.
Yeah.
Women aren't. Women
It's healthy
aren't.
to be like that.
Well, do you know, I'm really pleased that the final episode of this podcast has
We
ended
spoke
up with
about
us
poo.
talking about poo and wind. That is really classy, isn't it? It's amazing. Right then, everyone, we'll be back in the summer, tail end of the summer thereabouts.
Talking
And,
about lovely things,
lovely
holidays,
things. Yeah,
barbecues,
hopefully.
sunshine.
Let's envisage a beautiful summer.
Let's.
But please do send in your questions. Please do send in your dental icks. Send in your words that you're not allowed to say or things you've been told you're not allowed to say. Share them all. And most importantly, send us in your confessions because we absolutely love them. Thank you so much. And you will see one more episode with us with our co-host.
Bye.